It's really dumb, but this is the gripes of using Discord.
Is that working now?
Yes, that is working. And which project are you from while I have you?
That's crazy. Decent Land. I'm glad that works.
Amazing. Okay. Yeah.
Can I request you present, a couple in, because now I've figured this out, I need to switch back to my actual laptop.
Yeah, sure. We can put you third. That's all good.
Okay, cool.
Amazing. All right, cool. Let's give it a little bit longer, maybe till 10 past, and then we can definitely get started. Just to check, there's no one else that I'm missing, right? Digit, I got everyone. The Golden Eel's not going to present today. I think that is everyone. So, right? And you guys can still hear me, right? I think so. All right, cool. Let's give it a little bit longer, and then we can get started. So get your coffee, get your water, and get ready for another fantastic demo day.
Hey, we have a question. So how should we present if we have to press a key to talk?
Oh, yes. So what I normally recommend doing is binding it to like a really odd key, like shift or question mark or something, just so that while you're presenting, because we've had presenters in the past where they bound it to like spacebar, but that just makes you infinitely scroll. So the answer is to very carefully consider which key you're binding to, and then hopefully it doesn't affect your ability to actually present. I know that wasn't very helpful, sorry.
I see. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm about to set up now.
All right. Cool. Let me just get the recording going and we can get started. Hold on, wait. Can someone quickly just say anything? Literally anything.
Test.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, great. All right. Welcome to another fantastic demo day. We've got, as usual, an incredible lineup. T's and C's apply, of course, that this is not an endorsement of any of these projects. We have not done research. Do your own research before you put money anywhere, always. But generally very excited for demo day this week, as always. Well, I guess this second week, because every 2 weeks. Anyway, today we're going to have demos from Decentraland, Homora V2, and someone else, but I messed up the list, so we'll get there when we get there. Okay, so without further ado, Homora V2, which I believe is Nick, are you ready to go?
Yeah, Prim from our side will be helping to present.
Oh, perfect. Okay, Prim, do you want to start? Let me just check you've got the right settings. Would you like to present?
Okay, so we are going to start with Homora, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great then. Okay, so let's start. Do you hear me?
I can hear you now, yes, but I could not hear you before. I can see your screen though, so.
Okay, so let's begin. So hi, I'm Prim. Hello everyone. I'm a product manager from Alpha Venture DAO and I'm overseeing Homora V2. So on behalf of our team, it's a pleasure for us to be here today, showcasing to you guys what is Homora, how it works, and why we decide to deploy on Optimism as the very first L2 chain we are live on, with an integration with Uniswap V3. Okay, so let's begin with what is Homora. Homora is the first leverage yield farming and lending protocol, and also the first flagship product of Alpha Venture DAO builds arm. So if you are new to the concept of leverage yield farming, I will explain in short that it's a concept that allows farmers to lever up their leverage yield farming position by borrowing external liquidity to add on top of their initial position. So that means that Homora users are able to use the same amount of capital to achieve a higher leverage and higher yield and also higher capital efficiency. So this concept is innovated as we saw that there's a market gap between the lenders who wish to lend their asset and also the yield farmers who are interested to borrow external funds. And here are the three key value propositions that differentiate us from other similar protocols. First, users on Homora can start with what you have, either is a one-side asset or two-side asset. Second is that Homora users is suitable for any farming strategies, either is a leverage long or leverage short farming. And lastly, users can also be able to achieve high returns without compromising on their security. All of our contracts are audited by top firms, particularly PegQ on Optimism, and also we are now working with insurance protocols to make sure that there will be insurance options for our Homora users once we are available. And as mentioned earlier, there are two key products offering that users can participate on Homora. Either you are a leverage yield farmers or either you are lenders. So yeah, that's it about the protocol concept. And now that we are live on Optimism, we will explain in more details why we decide to first select Optimism to launch on. First is that we see that there's a growing ecosystem within the Optimism community, and also with much cheaper and faster transaction. We believe that this will help further unlock yield farming opportunities for all users, and also a higher level of capital efficiency once we integrate with Uniswap V3. Okay, so let's move on to the next page, which is the farm pool page. Here are all of the pools available on Homora. And as you can see that currently we support all the three pools, ETH DAI, ETH and also USDC DAI. As you can see that here are the details of each pool, for example, the pool name attached with the tiers, the leverage APR shown as maximum possible APR achieved from the available leverage. Also, users can click to see more details, for example, how to get maximum APR and also the APR breakdown as shown here on the right side. Okay, now I will go start farming to showcase how to perform a leverage yield farming on Homora. Okay, so as the first step, user can select one of the three price ranges here, either it's a wide, medium, or narrow. So each price range has a unit for calculating their upper and lower bound. For example, for the wide price range, we use, let's use this as an example. So as we have wide, medium, and narrow, we decide to farm with volatile to make it illustrate in more details and to illustrate the leverage. Okay, so for the wide price range, the price range would be over the range of 2x. Medium price range would be over the period of 1.5x. And for the narrow price range, that would be over the period of 1.3x. So for more details of how we come up with these values, you can refer to our Getbook documentation here, as our team has been constantly researched and come up with these pool parameters. And the reason is that there are only three available price range because first, we would like to simplify user option. Second, we would like to ease users to optimize the chance of being in active range. And last, we also enable users to see the estimated APY, unlike in normal Uniswap V3 that you have to manually predict it by yourself. So yeah, In case that you hesitate on which range to select, we recommend you to select the Y range, as it still provides more capital efficiency, but at a very low chance of the position moving out of active range. Okay, so let's proceed. Now here is the second step where you can supply the asset. So I will supply 0.0. So now I complete with my two-side supply. And third, you can select the amount of leverage that you wish to provide. For example, 2x or 3x. But note here is that when the debt ratio is over 85%, Homora will not allow users to proceed to the summary page, as we help minimize user risk of getting liquidated from liquidity when the debt ratio is almost reached 100%. And as you can see here, there are two modes that user can select. Either it is a basic mode or advanced mode. And now we are on the basic mode, where the asset, for example, ETH, DAI, and also the optimal borrowing amount is pre-selected by Homora team to help users minimize the price impact from swapping. And again, if you wish to select to use on the advanced mode, you can customize all the parameters according to your needs. Yeah, but let's just go from basic mode for simplicity. Okay, and lastly, you can proceed on to see the summary of your position breakdown. For example, you can switch between ETH DAI or DAI ETH. You will see your debt ratio, your leverage level, total supply, total debt, and also the total asset in position. And here's the total APY that you can get from providing the liquidity. So once you click confirm, you are done. Simple, right? And when you are done, open your leverage yield farming position. You can see your current positions here on your position page. Here's all the positions that I open. And here are the two actions that you can perform. Either you can reinvest or you can manage positions such as add, harvest, remove, and close. Also, you can view all the important information, for example, the debt ratio, whether your position is in the in range or out of range, and also your total position value and the claim fees from providing liquidity on the Uniswap V3 pools. What I would like to present next is our reinvest button here. We add them to help reduce user friction since the trading fee from Uniswap V3 are not auto-compiled. So we believe that it will be easier for all users to just click here and click reinvest. That's it. So that's all for the leverage yield farming side. We also have another side, which is the lending side. As you can go to this page by click on the lend here. Currently, we provide 3 pools, DAI, ETH, and USDC. And also currently there are an LM incentives for lenders who deposit into this pool. This will be distributed for over the next period of like around 3 to 4 weeks. So yeah, you can try on Homora and get your liquidity mining incentives. Okay, so I think that's all about it for the leverage yield farming and lending side. We hope you enjoy and get to know more about Homora V2. As you can see here, now we already got over 9 million total value locked on Optimism, under just 5 days after our launch. We also have over 100 positions open. So if you're interested in Homora or would like to join our community, please feel free to join our Twitter at Alpha Homora V2, as we also provide all the links to all the details that you need to learn more about Homora. You can also join our Discord community here to get the latest new update about Homora, and also we will be having a community poll soon to let Homora user decide on which pools or which decks we should be optimistic with. So that's it for Homora, and thanks for your time today. Feel free to contact me and Nick if you have any further questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, guys, just a reminder that this channel has a chat. So if you have any questions for any of the presenters today, or if, you just have like any curiosities or burning desires to know, definitely drop them in the chat and the presenters can answer your specific questions. And while we wait for questions, we can get our next presenter up. Are you guys ready? Sorry, that was very ambiguous. Cobalt from Decentraland. Are you guys ready?
Yes, sure. You're able to hear me, all right?
Perfectly. Yeah? Yep.
Okay, cool. Let me share my... You can see that?
Yep.
Okay. I wanted to present and talk about Decent Land. So we've recently deployed to Optimism, and as part of this sort of whole push that we're doing to take on multi-chain social infrastructure, I'm really excited about what that the opportunities that being on Optimism presents. So I'm going to talk a bit today about Ark Protocol and Decent Land. So Ark Protocol is a way to link link an address on one layer 1 with an address on multiple other layer 1s or layer 2s. This is a verifiable link, essentially on-chain verification that this person owns both addresses, and this Ark Protocol UI here is the kind of manifestation of that on the user side. So our smart contracts for Decent Land are built on Arweave. So Arweave is really great for storing a lot of data relatively cheaply and permanently, but in order to actually deploy social applications on a chain as obscure as Arweave, it needs great links across to other chains where people are actually where the activity is happening, things like NFT projects and DAOs. And so we built a protocol. Sorry.
Just real quick, we're seeing your Discord right now. Is that correct?
Is this showing?
Yes, that is sharing now. Sorry, I was like, talking about some specific things with just his Discord. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Okay, so what you're seeing here is the front end for Ark Protocol. This is a way to attest that you own an address on any chain and link it back to one identity on Arweave. So we chose Arweave because it is an extremely cheap way to store a large amount of social metadata. And what we're trying to build at Decent Land is social infrastructure for Web3. And so to be able to communicate with the outside world away from the chains where we feel like the capabilities are great for our use cases of storing data, we need to be able to allow users to attest that they own an EVM compatible address on another chain with their Arweave address. And so Ark Protocol is the part of Decent Land which touches Optimism, and so that's kind of why I wanted to talk a bit about it. But generally, Decent Land is a set of social and identity protocols for building decentralized communities. So it can be used for anything from adding a follow, unfollow, or like, unlike sort of function to a dApp where all the data sort of exists on chain on Arweave, queryable. Or it also could be used to build an entire social network for your DAO or for your NFT project, sort of from scratch with chain native, like you could do something like the OptiPunks DAO community on Optimism, for example, with token gating powered by Ark Protocol. So like what we have right now is stuff like Collab Land, which is a very Web 2 approach to token gating for DAOs and for NFT projects. Ark Protocol is actually an on-chain verifiable way to attest that you own something. And so this kind of brings it beyond something as simple as just like joining a Discord, where it's not a great travesty if the person manages to hack and join the Discord if they don't own a punk or whatever. But we can actually bring this kind of token gating functionality, verified and decentralized, into cases where it really matters. For example, using a governance or DAO voting tool on a chain where the assets are not on the chain where you're actually voting. So if you were to deploy a governance DAO tool on Optimism, for example, and you wanted to verify that the person who is voting is actually holding the assets on a chain which is not Optimism, then Ark would be able to essentially verify that the person voting is holding those assets on a chain which is not Optimism. So we're handling this sort of cross-chain proof of ownership with this piece of Ark Protocol. But generally, beyond that kind of token gating use case, Ark also exposes a cross-chain identity sort of metadata API, which when a user connects with it, it's possible to return a whole bunch of different pieces of data from it, which are useful for dApp developers. For example, if you were to be building a cross-chain app between Arweave and Optimism, you'd be able to surface things like their Arweave address, which NFTs that they own on Arweave, which NFTs they own on Optimism, Ethereum, or Polygon, all can be returned in this like same API request. You could look at who they are on ENS, look at what their .eth domain is, look at what their .avax domain is, or what their .r domain is on Arweave. And so what we're really looking to do is provide like a universal interface cross-chain for social metadata and for proof of ownership. And yeah, we're super excited to be integrating with Optimism. I think really I would love to hear from any DAOs or token projects, NFTs on Optimism that want to implement token gating or some kind of bespoke community management tooling around their tokens. And yeah, I would love to help you with that. But yes, that's kind of like an introduction to Decent Land and Ark Protocol as far as we've got on it. So yeah, thank you for listening.
Wow, that is a very cool product you've got going on there.
Thank you.
Yeah, token gating is quite a difficult thing, and to be able to do it like cross-chain like that so seamlessly is great. I love a good Arweave use case. I feel like they're definitely an underused protocol generally in the space.
Yeah, agreed. I think that when you're dealing with content or social or anything like that, it should all at least be flowing back to Arweave in order to be referenced by another chain. So that's sort of our philosophy around like why it's really important to be doing DAO governance on chain and stuff like that. Like people actually don't realize that DAO governance is not happening on chain. It happens sort of on IPFS or through side chains. So there's a vulnerability there that I'm hoping to address as well. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching.
I mean, Snapshot doing off-chain voting, everyone using Discourse, which is really a Web 2 tool that we just seem to have generally forgotten is a Web 2 tool. This is really great. If anyone has any questions, definitely drop them in the chat. But Diljit, I think you can confirm that I don't think there's any other presenters for today. So if you guys have any questions, now is the time. I should really get the Jeopardy music as like a hot button, you know?
The countdown to end of demo day.
Doop, doop, doop. Doop, doop, doop. Yeah. Okay. I don't think there's any questions, but this was fantastic. You guys.
I actually have a question about the path forward from here. As far as so we're looking to reach DAOs and projects in the Optimism community, and sort of I hope that demo day is a way to reach people who might then know more about that. And so I kind of wondered what is the steps after demo day, or around demo day, different tracks that you can take to sort of enter the Optimism ecosystem, I suppose.
Yeah. Right now, it's not super structured, but it's definitely starting to get there. But in terms of specifically on the DAO infrastructure side, we have a whole channel specifically around DAO infrastructure and DAO tooling. So definitely go message in there. Other than that, you can definitely, our next season of governance is going to be starting soon. So you can possibly apply for a grant if you'd like to get additional funding and kind of move the ecosystem forward in terms of increasing DAO tooling. But generally, what I would do if I was you guys is I would definitely go message in that DAO tooling, the DAO channel. And once you've done that, maybe going and checking on our ecosystem page, which I can drop a link to if you tag me in the DAO channel. I'll remember to do it, which has a list of the various DAOs that have already deployed on Optimism, and then maybe trying to reach out to those specific DAOs and seeing if they could do with some additional tooling, because everyone could do with another tool. But yeah, and then once you've done that, we can the next governance season will probably have started by then. We can maybe get you some funding. But yeah, generally, I think this was a very good first step and will be nice reference material.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I'll do all of that. It's called DAO Tooling, the channel, exactly that. I'll just make a note.
I think I can tag you in it. I think it's called DAO. I think it's just called OP DAOs.
Okay. Yeah, would be great for you to tag me.
Yeah. All right, perfect.
Okay. Cool, thank you.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for presenting. Very cool product, using some of my favorite other products. Just a general reminder, T's and C's apply. This is not trading advice. Please do your research before you buy any products, coins, or tokens. But other than that, thanks everyone for another fantastic demo day. I'll see you again next week. I think next week was going to be at office hours. That has been canceled because I am taking some leave finally. So I will not see you next week, but I will see you the week after that again with another demo day. I think we have the OP Fridays Twitter space again this week Friday, as well as Jam Fridays. So generally, I'll see you around and stay optimistic.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.